In Biosphere, we study different type of vegetation like grasses, shrubs, trees, and different species of animals. Both coexist called biotic region or symbiosis, and these are found in different climatic belts starting from equatorial climatic and vegetation belt to tundra climatic and vegetation belt. There are some special grass, shrub and tree species which are native to different countries, and those belong to a special flora type, and they have different importance for the local people. Thus, those are resources also, are biotic resources. That's why this is very important topic, world vegetation, which should be viewed from three viewpoints. Number one, the location of those vegetations, means the native land. Number two, the group of the flora with which those belong. Number three, what role they have to play in economics. Thus, these vegetations are a resource. Now, for generalization, let us see in this map that these vegetations have been grouped in a number of categories. For example, this is cryophyte. Cryophyte means, cryo means ice. It means these trees, grasses and shrubs generally grow in low temperature region or say in Taiga region. So, generally alpine trees and grasses are called cryophyte. To its south, in the temperate condition, it is called mesophyte. Mesophyte means the temperate grasses and especially the West European mixed and Mediterranean forest, and these are also softwood vegetation. To its south, it is lithophyte. Litho means rock. All the plants and all the plant species growing on hard rock or plateau land are called lithophyte. Next is tropophyte. Tropophyte means the vegetations generally growing along the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn to the east of continent in monsoon, climatic or biotic conditions. Next is xerophyte. Xerophyte means the vegetation growing in high temperature and low rainfall region, that is in dry, arid, semi-arid and hot desert condition. These are generally found along the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn to the west of the continent. For example, here in Thar Desert, Arabian Desert, Sahara Desert, Sonoran, Atacama, Kalahari, Namib and West Australia. And here the cactus and the leaves having, the trees having no leaf are found. Next is here halophyte. Halo means the plants growing in salt water condition, and most of the salt is found to the west of the continent along Cancer and Capricorn. For example, in India, Gujarat state, and in here west of the Sahara coastal area. Thus, these are the halophytes growing in saline water conditions. And next is here hygrophyte. Hygrophyte means the plants or the flora growing in high temperature, high rainfall, and high humidity and moist condition. For example, in equatorial region, these hygrophytes grow. Equatorial forests fall under this category. Next is hydrophyte. Hydro means water. Some plant species grow completely in water. Either they are submerged or their roots are there in water. For example, here in Gujarat, the Kutch vegetation are tidal forest. Thus, these are the hydrophytes. So, most of the plants have been categorized under these groups, which are the result of different climatic, different water and lithospheric conditions. And on this map, we have already studied the plant or vegetation species from equatorial region to tundra region. Now, it is turn to study these special native plant species continent-wise from north to south and understand their group of the vegetation family and local importance. So, to start with, this is Taiga, Evergreen, Coniferous Forest, and it lies to the south of the tundra region, having no vegetation except moss, lichen, and to the south of Taiga forest belt, it is temperate prairie grassland. In North America, along the border of Canada and USA, it is called prairie temperate grassland, and here it is called steppe temperate grassland. In Argentina, pampas. In South Africa, veld. In Australia, downs. So, these are found in two belts and are of significant importance for grazing, for rangeland management, and for dairy industry. Besides these grasslands have been these days replaced by the wheat bowl of the world. It means this region is famous for wheat production. Now, here it is creosote bush. It is a bush large size which is xerophytic nature, and it is found in the west of USA. Here it is Sonoran Desert. To its west, this xerophyte vegetation is called creosote bush, and it is chaparral, evergreen, dwarf trees in Mediterranean climate in southwest USA. Here it is southwest USA, especially in California. It is Mediterranean type of climate, receiving winter rainfall where the dwarf trees grow. These are locally called chaparral. These are softwood and famous for citrus fruits, and it is also found in northwest Mexico, here in this part. Next is limpo. Limpo is a type of savana grass in Brazil. Here it is savana grass called limpo, and it is used for grazing purpose. To its south, it is mata forest in Brazil. In the south of this limpo savana grass, the mata forest is found. It is type of deciduous forest. Next is channeral. Channeral is a thorny bush in North Argentina and Central Chile. North Argentina here and Central Chile here. This is a thorny bush named channeral. Next is lucerne. Lucerne is a type of alfalfa soft grass in Argentina. Actually, this alfalfa is a soft grass growing in temperate climatic conditions in Germany, which is used for preparing medicines, and it is nutritious, and it is being used for maintaining good health. And next is Gran Chaco or Chaco. It is a savana too. It is a savana type of grass located to the north of Parana and Paraguay. Here, Parana and Paraguay are the countries. To their northwest, this Gran Chaco or Chaco grass is found. Although it is found in the temperate region, but its most of the qualities resemble with that of the savanna, and there is a low-lying area and marshy land called Gran Chaco Marsh, where these grasses grow, because these are found on foothill of Andes mountain. Next is Quebracho trees in northwest Argentina and Chile. Here it is northwest Argentina and Chile. Quebracho is a tree. And next is Monty. Monty is very common name in India, used for girls and sometimes boys. But this Monty is a deciduous tree, and this is a shrub on the foothill of Argentina. Here Argentina, and it is the Andes mountain at foothill. This Monty deciduous tree. Deciduous means in India deciduous trees are found, and in the south hemisphere in the same belt this deciduous tree called Monty is found, and Montevideo is capital of Argentina. And if you have understood Monty and Montevideo, then there is one Montego place in here Central America or Caribbean America. It is in Jamaica. Gulf of Montego is famous. And next is Montenegro, which is a state of Yugoslavia. And Montana is here in United States. Thus, Monty is very important term used for grasses, capitals, states, etc. Next is Mossy Forest. So, Mossy Forest is a special type of forest in the tropical region, and especially mountain type of humid climate, especially in the windward side where there is sufficient rainfall. Thus, Mossy Forest is found in the tropics along the mountains. Now, come here in the north. Here it is Seja is a mountain broad-leaved forest in Spain. It is mountainous and mixed type of vegetation. Then is Marquis. Marquis is evergreen dwarf trees in the Mediterranean Europe. It is here Mediterranean Europe, and this Marquis is called Masehi in Italy. Italy is here, and it is called Matoral in Spain. Thus, this Marquis is a general category wherein it has two names, Masehi and Matoral. Next is mahogany. You might have heard the name mahogany. It is also found in India, and in the same climatic belt. It is here found in USA, in the tropical America, means in this region, and it is hardwood tropical vegetation in the tropics. Next is lignose. Lignose is a special name lignose is a special name asked repeatedly in competition. It is a savana type of grassland in the Orinoco Basin in Venezuela. And next is Caatinga. Caatinga is a thorny deciduous trees in the northeast Brazil. This part in northeast Brazil, it is deciduous tropical forest. Next is Campo. Campo is a savana type of grassland in Brazil here in this region. But this Campo may be divided in three categories. Campo Cerrado means grasses and shrubs are found in mixed form. Second is Campo Sujo, where grasses are found mixed with long trees. Third is Campo Limpo. In Campo Limpo, grasses are found without trees and shrubs. Thus, this is real rangeland, Campo Limpo. And next is Paramo. Paramo is a type of alpine meadows in Andes. Here in South America, on Andes mountain, these are the soft grasses, meadowland used for pastures. And here it is selva. Selva is the dense evergreen forest in equatorial region in Amazon basin, which is called heart of the world, but that because it supplies large amount of oxygen for animals, but these are being deforested at large scale. Next is Cerrado. Cerrado is a Brazilian savanna grassland. And next is Pantanal. Pantanal is a savanna in Paraguay and Brazil. Thus, we get that in South America, savanna grass has a type of names. Likewise, in Africa, India, and Australia, there are a number of savanna tropical grasses which are native to different places and have their importance. And next is here Pampas, that we have already discussed that it is the family grass of this prairie, means temperate grassland used for pasture and used for dairying. Large part of economy of Argentina depends on it. Now, let us come again to this taiga that we have already discussed. This is steppe. Here it is steppenheed. It is type of herb or grass in Russia and Bavaria, Germany, and it is also a temperate soft grass belonging to the family of steppe. Here it is Purjata or alfold. It is found in Hungary. It is also a temperate grass resembling with the alfalfa soft grass. Now, here it should expresses by its name that it should belong to Sudan, especially Sud is a marsh at the meeting point of Blue and White Nile, and there is marsh or waterlogged area, and on that water or that marshy land, this is floating mass in the Sudan. And next is Susuku. Susuku means it is a type of banana vegetation and banana gardens in Uganda. Next is Lusaka. These are the dense bushes in Zambia. And on the basis of this Lusaka grass, the Zambia has named its capital. And about wealth, we have already discussed that it is temperate grassland found in the southern temperate belt, and it is temperate nutrient-rich pasture land or rangeland in South Africa. This veld is of mainly two types. Number 1, Karoo veld. Karoo, named after Karoo Plateau in South Africa. It is grass in South Africa. The second one is sand veld. Sand veld expresses that it should be on the sandy terrain. That's why it is on it. This grass grows on sandy soil, and this sandy soil is covered with dense green grasses. Now here on Ethiopia Plateau there is some mountainous terrain. The vegetation found there is generally Taiga, which is found above 2,440 meters from sea level, and below this Taiga between 1,700 meters to 2,440 meters height on mountain. The grass, that is temperate grass, found is called Ojha Taiga. But below 1,700 meters, the grass or the shrubs growing are called kolla, and in Ethiopia these are alpine pastures. Now here it is Indeng. Indeng is a deciduous trees in Myanmar. These are deciduous and resembling with the Indian deciduous forest. And here it is Marg. Marg is a temperate grass found in Jammu and Kashmir, used for pastures and for the recreation of the tourist. On the basis of term Marg, there are a number of hill stations in Jammu and Kashmir like Gulmarg, Khilinmarg, Sonmarg. Here it is Sundari. After traveling all over world, we are getting this Sundari here in Bangladesh and here West Bengal. Sundari is evergreen tidal hydrophytes in this low-lying area where there is waterlogging, sufficient moisture in the soil, and this is the tidal evergreen coastal vegetation locally used for preparing boats. And here it is Rhea. Rhea is name generally used in India for girls, but Rhea stands for the grasses in China. This is actually temperate grass used for grazing, but Rhea should not be used for the name because one term Rhea stands for the indented coastline. But if you are using this term Rhea for calling some boy or girl, then certainly you can use all these words for the nomenclature of sons and daughters. For example, you can call any girl Sundari, you can call anybody Steppi, you can call anybody Pushjita. These are the good and modern names in the school. And next vegetation is Guinea. Guinea is found in Japan, and these are the temperate grasslands which are nutrient rich, used here locally for pasture. Next is Citronella. Citronella is sweet smelling temperate grasses in South Asia used for perfumery. It is being used to prepare perfumery because it is fragrant grass. Next is Equatorial Forest, which we have studied is found between the 7 degree north and 7 degree south latitude. These comprise a number of plant and shrub climber species. Here it is Wallace line, which was drawn by the British naturalist Alfred Balas that runs through South Philippines, Makassar State, Bali and Lombok Islands. Actually, neither this is grass nor shrub nor vegetation. Then what is its use here to draw? Here it is useful because it separates two or biogeographical region. One to its north, this is the Pacific Aquatic Biotic region, and to the south of this line, this is Indian Aquatic or Oceanic Biotic region. Next is here Downs, about which we have already discussed that this is temperate and nutrient-rich grassland in the Murray-Darling Basin. But now on this depends pastures and grazing industries. But today these grasslands have been replaced by the wheat farms. And next is Mali. Mali, it is low scrubs in subtropical part of the South Australia, means along the coast of this Great Australian Bight, this low shrub is found. Thus, these are the important names of grasses, shrubs and trees which are local but of paramount economic and social environmental significance for those areas. There are some important terms used in this vegetation zone, in this world vegetation. Number one is tree line, tree limit or timber line. If you see all the trees of this Taiga forest and you take all the northernmost trees with a rope, that line made by the rope will be called the northern tree line or tree limit or timber line, because to the north of that rope there will be no tree. And likewise this term may be used on mountain tops where there is tree line on mountain tops, above which their ice line starts, where there is no critical temperature supporting the germination and growth of the plant and trees. Next is elfin forest. These are the dwarf tree forests at high altitude in the tropical and equatorial climate. In tropical and equatorial climate, these are the forests where there is the moist condition. Next is chicory. Chicory is a herb of North Europe and West Asia and Central Russia. These are the regions where chicory is found, and its roots are used as a substitute of coffee. Suppose you want to take a cup of coffee, but coffee is not available, then you can use its root. It is tasty. It gives the same taste and same flavor and same fragrance. There are two more terms. Number one, submerged forest. Somewhere the land have been submerged and it is under the water, and that forest is called submerged forest. For example, here the Sundari plants have been submerged in the Gangetic Delta because that land has undergone submergence due to tectonic activities, and that is called submerged forest, and peat land also. And one more term is Galleria forest. It is found in the semi-arid conditions. Suppose, for example, here in India, there are a number of rivers like Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, which originate from high rain areas. Thus, they carry a large amount of water. But these rivers flow through semi-arid and arid regions where there is no rainfall. But along the bank of these rivers, some trees grow large enough to have the mixed canopy, means their canopy meet together. That's why if you are traveling in that river with boat, you will feel that it is very calm and cool gallery, and these forests are gallery forest or galleria forest. These are the examples from India, but all over world these are found, and from sky view it appears that trees are found in a line covering the river. Thus, these are the important world vegetations, their native places and their economic importance.